right, we are back. Welcome back to Pro Bikini News Network. I'm your host, John Elgandy, and today we're going to be recapping the RGV Classic and previewing the Florida Pro. So, wow, last 2 weeks of qualifications are here, and I mean, the Olympia's coming up really fast. We're already in September. Like, how the hell did we even get here? It's flown by. I mean, the Arnold, Pittsburgh, all the big shows are pretty much, you know, done. And by this time, it was a couple years ago where the Olympia used to be at the end of September, but I think because of the cost of everything, they now push it to October. So, normally the last show to qualify would be in August, and then there would be like that warm up show. Like Arizona, the Rising Phoenix Pro would be at least 1 week out before the Olympia. And I remember some people would do that just to qualify early or to like do that as a warm up. They would compete on Saturday and then do the Olympia the next week, and it would make sense because you could just fly into Vegas. They haven't had that since 2019 when it was in September. But yeah, I mean, it's coming down the road. A lot of the athletes now are doing the road to the Olympia. They're coming in, flying into Pittsburgh, and, getting those interviews in. But stay tuned. I did hear an announcement from the Pro League that they are going to do something for 2026 for the qualification system there. So I'm hearing some good things, and I'm hoping that's true because, like I said, it's going to be just very hard on the judges just to like judge so many athletes on the stage. And, I hope that it just comes down to it where they judge accurately and they judge fairly, because not everyone's going to get like a good look because of so many athletes on the stage. But Reyna won the RGV Classic. We had her winning. I was kind of shocked with second and third place, but the other girls, I kind of look back and every time the show happens, I kind of look back and I look at what was lacking in like some girls and like someone who I may have had placed. I look at why they may have placed low. Were they overlooked? Was there something not there? Did they miss something? So I take time to see the athletes and assess them. So with that being said, let's get into our fifth place girl, which was, well, let me just get my predictions and see how I did. I think I did so bad on this. Let's see here. Okay. So I got 63%. So Raina got right. Jordan got third. Brenda was 15. Hannah was sixth. Janae was eighth. Michelle got fifth, which I was happy about. Tate did her debut. She got 13th. Emily got 14. Renee, I got ninth place, right? Then Marissa, she got fourth. So wasn't too far off. All the girls I had at least placed within first to 15th. So I guess I was kind of right, but I did get Reyna and Renee right, surprisingly. I mean, surprising I got some of them. So I wasn't so off with like some of them. But yeah, some of them just, I feel like they were just missing the mark on certain things or just something was out there. But there was a 1 point difference between Jordan and Crystal Belina. So we'll talk about that. But let's get into our fifth place girl. And that was Michelle. Let's see, where is she? Here we go. I think she has such a beautiful look and beautiful physique. I always like this season, she was outside top 10. She was always placing within like, I think the 11 to 15 kind of range. But honestly, this is a really good look from her. I do love the hair, the makeup. I do think that she just needs to tweak a couple of, maybe it's just how the photo's angled. Yeah, it's kind of like slanted, but trying my best with this. I think this is a beautiful look on her. I do think that she just needs to maybe fill out, because you do kind of see some shreds in her shoulders. So maybe that was something that caught her. That was caught her. She's a taller girl. She's very well balanced from what I see here. I love how the suit goes on with her. She kind of gives Princess Jasmine vibes. So I just think she needs upper glutes in the front, but in her back, she was like really good right here. Could be a little more tighter. That's one thing I would say about her. One thing I did notice, and I don't know, but like she needs some jewelry on her wrists. Like, why? Where are your jewelry? You need some bracelets. Like this would be a really good complete look. And we talk about bikini. It's an overall look. Like, yeah, just little things. Not too distracting. Could give something like that. I do think that could really accentuate her physique more. But the whole look, like she looks like a model. If she was in a bikini, she'd look like a model. But yeah. This is a really good look from her. I definitely think that she could continue to improve. And, she's going to take this was her last show for this year. So she's going to take a whole year off and she's looking forward to next year. But really good look from her. I'm really happy that she ended, in the top 5 placing. Let's see, right in her back. So she has shorter glute inserts, but she has great glute density. I do think just maybe a little more legs. She got great calves, but she just needs to like fill out so she doesn't look too shredded. She's a little wider in her back, so that's one thing she has to continue to work with. Shoulders are pretty good, hair's good. She could brush this a little bit. You do kind of see hair pieces back, but um, I wouldn't mind, I wouldn't mind little waves like right here if she wanted to do that. But it's great. It's on her lower back. The suit cut's great. Accentuates her physique very well. Tines are pretty solid. Um, just could use a little more conditioning, just a little more tight, just maybe a little more tighter, just maybe just a little more legs. What's something that's harder because she has longer limbs, so her range of motion, it's going to take more time. And I definitely think she puts in more time, it's going to really help her physique out. And yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what she does. She'd had a top 5 placing in the past, and do well here and to end on your season here. It's a great feeling. Okay, let's go to our 4th place girl, which was Marissa Wu. So I'm glad she's got back in the mix as well. And I think this physique was really good and spot on. If I was to give her any critique, it would try to be like fixing her front pose, because it feels like she's kind of leaning forward a bit. She's tilting her hips out. So I just think if she's just a little more upright, it would help her physique out. I get she just kind of doesn't want to be like too straight on, but just if she just adjusts this a bit, it could really help accentuate her physique even more. Her shoulders are good. She doesn't need more delts. I do when I'm looking at her, I'm looking at biceps. So maybe fill out her arm, just maybe fill out a little more. And that's something that she's going to work on. She is competing this week. Foot position's good. I mean, it kind of feels like how she's posing makes her leg almost seem like straight. But I just think if she tweaks a couple things here and there, it can help her out. Waistline's tight. Good look for her. The red suit, I always see her do red. I think she's done like blue and other colors before, but I definitely think the red suit really helps her out and helps her physique out. The hair is really good here. The jewelry is good. Let's see her back. That's where I feel like that was one thing I would say about her. Let's see. So in her back, it's pretty solid. I do think in the past that she's had, she just needs more glute projection, but this T-back suit cut is it's just not flattering at all. She just needs better coverage. And I would just, first things first, I would get a new suit because it would just help her physique out. And so it's like not too revealing. She could use a little more width in her shoulders in the back, because it kind of feels like she's narrowed up. If she has just a little more width, it helps her whole physique accentuate. Tines are solid. Her feet position, I feel like she could just maybe possibly point her toes just a slight bit out, just right here. Could maybe help her physique out so it doesn't look like it's all glute dominant, because or her glutes overtake her physique. But this is a pretty good package from her. I just, first things first, new suit cut, new bottoms. I would just say that's one thing I would tell her. Okay, next up we have our 3rd place girl. So we had Jordan. I think of all the girls here, I think Jordan and Michelle probably had the best front poses. This is a good look from her. I mean, she had nothing to lose. She's already Olympia qualified. I do think for her, she just needs to, let me see, I'm looking at her closely. It's one thing about Jordan is that I feel like she's hard in the front and soft in the back, and she needs to just find that way to like, make sure that it's all one and the same. I mean, beautiful waistline. I love her hair. This is like my favorite suit on her. You do kind of see vascularity in her arms. So it's just, like I said, kind of filling out in the front. I just don't know how, I don't know how her body operates. And I just have to think, I think her and her coach are going to try to experiment with things, trying to get most likely going to try to go for an early Olympic qualification within somewhere in September before they do the Olympia. Or I don't know if they're actually going to just go for the Olympia, but this is great to do and get feedback from Sandy and see what they can do. And I definitely think that's the one issue that she just needs, is just finding a way to nail the peak and making sure that she's not too lean in the front and soft to the back. So, but I do like her front. It's just she's just a little too lean. Let's see, back. Chris, you get her back? No, that's Chris. Let me get this. Yeah, let's get her back pose. Do this. Share screen. Okay, here we go. So in the back, she's pretty good. I do think this is all on her. I do like her back pose. I definitely think that's what helped carry her forward. Her front and her back probably one of the best, but it's just how the whole physique looked in front of the judges. Hair, she could probably have it down just to cover her back connector a little more. Suit cut's fine. This is really good on her. How she's posing is really excellent. I just do think it's just her front and how lean she is, but this is really good. This is really good that she's bringing. I would fix the foot position if I'm looking at this closely. See this one. No, I would kind of fix the foot position so it doesn't look like it's imbalanced, but I do think if she kind of matches that out from her left and right, it would really help her physique out, because I feel like this is going out, this is going straight. But yeah, this is good feedback for her. I know she did the Arnold this year. She did Pittsburgh as well. I think she did one more. She did Wasatch and hold on, it's right here. She did Charlotte as well. Yeah, so this is her fifth show this year. So I mean, it's good to continue to compete and get feedback. And, she had nothing to lose to going into this. And she's just wanted to see where she looks like and what she can do and improve on. And that's great what she's doing, and definitely doing her homework and doing like in applying it, so that when she comes to the Olympia, she can move up. And I definitely think that this is not a bad Jordan. This is something that obviously can continue to be worked on. And I definitely think, being 12th from last year, she could continue to improve on that, and then going to Olympia, nailing it, and definitely could see her potentially in the top 10. But yeah, let's see here. Let's go to our second place, which is Chris. So last week, Chris was, I think, 4th in Spain. This week, she gets 2nd. It was a 1 point difference between her and Jordan. Front pose, I feel like she's a little too rigid. She has more muscle. That's one thing I've noticed on her versus Jordan. But she doesn't need any more delts. She doesn't need to add up anything in her upper body. But her lower body, I feel like in the front, I don't know. Maybe she has, I think it's the glute density, but maybe I'm not seeing it right. But it feels like she's kind of just like flat, and like her glutes are like, she just needs more glutes in the front when how she's posing. But she's very side profile. Foot position could be fixed a bit. But back then she used to have her elbow way up. But I think this is good. I kind of wish it was like a little lower. It kind of looks like it's almost going to like the center of her belly button. She needs a new top that fits her. I feel like, you're seeing under boob here. She just needs something that fits her right. I don't know what suit company it was. I don't know if it's from Europe or something like that. But I did notice that a lot of the girls had like green here, because the backdrop was green. Bernadette, the Galvanized Productions, her favorite color is green. And so that's kind of why they had that. So I kind of noticed girls were wearing green teal suits here. The blonde hair does contrast very well. Makeup could be a little improved on. Maybe I'm seeing things, but last week it was like red lipstick and it kind of took away. So it's kind of, it's much better from last week. So yeah, I mean, I just think a couple things in her front could really help accentuate her physique a little more. I mean, last week she had distension. It's just one thing she has to be is keeping her core tight. So let's go to her back. I think she had just a little bit better back pose than Jordan. Her hair, she needs to fix that, and I mean, have her hair just not on her low, just almost on her lower back. She's a little too tight in her tie-ins, but I do think it's pretty solid. But just if she was a little more, she would be like etched. She would be like so etched in. She has good width and she's like snatched, but I just feel like she's just a little way too tight. I mean, it was very comparable to first place Reyna, but I just think she just had just maybe a little more muscle and just a little more condition. But she's almost like this much close to being way too lean, way too conditioned. But solid look from her. I'm happy to see her come back and do well and perform well. Next up, we have our winner. We have Reyna. So again, she's probably had one of the best seasons this year. I mean, she's always gotten first in every show. Only one show she took second. That was to Ashley. I do think she's going to continue to improve on this front pose going into the Olympia in about 5.5 weeks. So I definitely see the potential in her to be in that like top 10. She was 14th last year. She has that top 10, top 6 potential. I definitely can see that in her. And she has such an amazing physique. My crazy vision is she gets to go against her idol, Laura Lee, because that's who she idolizes. And she kind of has a similar look to her. And I definitely can see why she resembles her and why she idolizes her. I do think she just needs to be a little more tighter here. And I don't see any distension, but she's a little more tighter and just kind of pose this a little better. I mean, she does show her shape very well. I mean, amazing glutes, the hair, makeup. I love the purple suit on her rather than the red suit. I think she should stick with the purple or teal suits mostly. But the tan, everything was pretty solid on her. Back, probably best back pose. And that's really what beats out a lot of people. A lot of people will have difficulty going against her, but solid back pose. Got to make sure you don't come in way too lean, because this is almost like on that border right there. Tie-ins are good. If she was just a little more tight, it would kind of look like a ham rope. So she keeps that good balance of that separation of glutes to hamstrings and tie-ins. Really good pose on her. One of her strongest commodities that she has is that. Great width up top. Hair's good. It's not, maybe just crop a little bit, but it's right there just before her lower back. I mean, the suit cut's fine. This is just, I mean, all around, just hit the nail on the head. I mean, I don't know. I mean, she had the perfect score. So, I mean, yeah. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what she's going to do at the Olympia. I'm excited to see what she's going to bring. All right. All right. So that's our top 5 recap from RGV. Let's get into the Florida Pro. I kind of I didn't want to take too much time with the Italy show. Obviously, the main attraction is Men's Open, but they have, the show there. We have a couple of Olympians there. So let's see who is in this show. But obviously the main event for bikini this weekend is going to be the Florida Pro. It's going to be very exciting to see. So some girls to be looking out for. Alessia, being a previous Olympian, she last competed. Was it Mexico? Yeah, she competed in Mexico. She took 4th or 5th, I believe. So she's right there in that top 5. Okay, we have Sarah. She's an Olympian. She's qualified. Carrie, Rania, Patriza, Alphabet. So let's go through Carrie. She's great in her back pose, but her front's definitely going to be one of her weaknesses because of her waistline. And that's something she just have to work around with. She does carry more muscle, and that's kind of sometimes you see with a lot of European competitors. If we have anything from the stage. This was a recent update. This was back in May. Was this recent? No, just a video. She has a solid back pose, but like I said, it's going to be her front that's going to be the deciding factor of what carries her over to win. Sarah, I think from her last show. Anyways, she's one week. Oh, no. I can't remember what show she won, but I know she's qualified. And then we have, I think she won France or something like that. Was this recent? No, this was recent. She was in New York. So yeah, I mean, I'm hoping she can at least do one US show because she has such amazing ratios for her small frame. And Anya, she's always someone who's getting 3rd, 4th, 5th. It's her front. Then it's always going to be like her front. It's going to be her. I don't know if biggest thing people say, why you talk about someone's front pose so much? Like that's the first thing you're going to see. And if that doesn't wow you and it impresses you just as when someone goes to the back, it could be the deciding factor. So you better be great in the front and then be excellent in the back. Just better be, balanced out. So, Elizabeth, she's done very well in US shows, but when she does European shows, she doesn't much. I feel like she should be doing, I mean, I get it where she doesn't have much, she only gets a certain amount of time to be in US and compete, but I honestly think she could win a show and qualify. She's young. I consider her like a younger Ashley. No, I don't think that she can do what Ashley does, but like I consider like an earlier Ashley if she was competing now. But I think for her, she just has to like get out of the powerlifting training and just focus on like just building. So yeah, those are the girls. So let's get into our girls for the Florida Pro. All right. So I do have a top 10 list. I'm going to pick those top 10 girls. So I'd say our front runners to win would be Tamikia. We haven't seen her on stage since the Arnold. She is a 2-time Olympian. She placed 15th 2 years ago. She was in the second call out. She was in the second call for the past 2 years, and she's obviously a top tier Olympian and top contender. So I'd say most likely she's going to be one of the girls to be looking out for. Definitely she's taken that time from the Arnold to now to improve on what she's brought. She got 7th, I believe, at the Arnold. So she's brought that time because her ratios are just probably one of the best in bikini. Like that is great genetics that she has. Let's see what she brings. So then Nay is another girl to be looking at. She's the only one that's Olympia qualified. So let's see. Was this video recent? And it's gonna be what side it's gonna be what front pose makes her comfortable and how she can execute that. In the back, it's hard to beat her. But if she does a good front pose and does that excellently when they go through comparisons, I definitely could say that's gonna carry her to win. I think genetic wise, she's probably one of a lot of people wish they had her genetics and wish they could do that so well. And she has amazing genetics. I don't know if she realizes that, but if she can display that physique, how it is, and do it excellently and just do it on point and excellent, I definitely think that she's the one to take this win here. Right. Hope, she just took 2nd in Atlanta. I just think it's I would say hair for her, and I would definitely say, a couple of tweaks on her front, she can do very well, but in back, it's just, she's great in back, but her front, I did feel like, because she's brought her waist down, which is really good. And I think this is one of the best looks she ever brought. So she's one to be looking out for. Ellie, she's taken second, third. She just competed in Mexico. So she's a 7-time Olympian. She's one to be looking out for. Let's see here. I don't have any from their last. Let's see. We talked about Marissa Jody. So she's been getting 4th, 6th in shows lately. Like I said, I feel the biggest thing with her is just nailing it. She took 4th in the Mexico show. She just comes in a little too hard in the front and then just soft in the back. But like honestly, her back pose is one of the like it's really good and very competitive with some of these top girls. Let's see. Then Maria Vegas. I think I pulled up a couple of their pictures on NPC News. So let me get that. So Maria, she hasn't competed in 2 years, but hope to see what she can do to bring back. I mean, she got insane ratios. She has shorter glute inserts. She's a taller girl, so one thing is filling out her frame and just nailing the conditioning. But I like to see what she can do here. But we'll see. Let's see how she does. Then Brittany, I just think she has such an amazing physique, but I feel like she just, she was getting used to her new coach, and so just nailing her peak. But I definitely can see her in that top 5. But I feel like it's just getting used to it. And she's in a show where, she just got the dust off, like, okay, I'm back. And so now it's like, see what you can do here. I mean, she's amazing from the back. I just feel like, and she's brought her physique to kind of meet the criteria as to what Tyler wants. And I just definitely think that as long as she doesn't come in like too big in the shoulders and pose is excellent, like she always does, I definitely think she's going to do very well. And so then we have Massa. So Massa did, I think she took 2nd in DC. She was like 3rd, 4th in the other shows that she was doing. But she's the outlier because she's the more taller. She's one of the more taller girls. But I kind of see a kind of theme here. Like he's seeing girls that are like 5'6", 5'7". So they're like a lot of girls that are like longer here, like Nay, like Brittany, like Tamika's. I don't think Tamika's that tall, but she's going to be very comparable, I would say, to those kind of girls. So I mean, she has such an amazing physique. I mean her updates, and she's always posting everything that she's going through, and I like what she brings. And I've always rooted for her to like do very well and qualify, because she did win a show back in 2019 at the San Diego, and I thought she was going to qualify for the Olympia, but apparently she had to win another show to qualify, and it was different. Like her and Phoebe, I honestly think Phoebe won a show as well. Phoebe Hagen, she won a show as well, and I thought those two should have qualified. I actually think they would have placed. If Massa had done the 2019 Olympia, I think she would have been like at least 14, 15. I would say she'd be at least 14 or 15th, and she definitely has that like wow factor when you look at her. But she did do an Arnold, but I think definitely one thing that she wants to really do is do the Olympia. But to say that I got to do the Arnold Classic when not many people get to do it, I mean, that's a great honor. But I want to see her do very well. I definitely think for her, it's just how she does her front pose, and as long as she doesn't come in too big in the glutes in the back, and as she brings her shoulders up, she's, I think, brought everything up based on what I'm seeing in her updates. So let me see. I mean, she's posing constantly. She doesn't stop. She's an entrepreneur. Let me see recent, anything from her, like a recent update. Let's see here. I definitely think her and Cash got something great going, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what she's going to bring. I mean, this looks amazing. Now it's going to be like, all right, when you get your suit, glam, makeup, everything, time to go. So then that leaves us with, we did just talk about Chris, so we'll see what she can bring. So did I cover my top 10? Anyone else I can see? Lindsay Martins, she got what, 5th at Vancouver? Yeah, so you're kind of going to see like a tall girly kind of competition. So that's going to be excited to see. I definitely think this is a show I actually I would pay for that live stream, and I would definitely am looking forward to seeing this show. All right. So, I mean, where do I see her? It's hard to put her with these girls. I mean, I could see her potentially 8th, maybe as high as 8th, 12. I mean, there's about 28 girls here, so we'll have to see. And then I have not seen Christy. I just think she needs to fill out her frame. Amazing in the back, but I think she comes in way too tight. See vascularity sometimes. Let's see what she looked like in Atlanta. Yeah, you could see it. Like, I just think, like I said, just nailing it really. So I mean, I could see her possibly in the top 10. We'll just to see who presents it. Alrighty, let's do top 10. Wait, let me delete. Okay, here we go. Okay, first I'm gonna have Tamikia, Nay, Brittany. Damn, it's tough. Like after like third, you're like, damn. Go Ellie, Marissa. Damn, it's like right here. I think it's gonna be like those two. Oh, very similar. Their height. Massa, Chris, Hope. I'm gonna go Jody, Hope. Damn. I'm gonna go Maria. This is an unpredictable show from like. I mean, then again, it's anyone's show to win. I could be totally proven wrong, but I mean, I think the thing is Tamika is going to be more fresh. That's what's going to give her the advantage. And, shout out to Ben because he's, a top tier Olympian and he's coaching, Tamika. He's, there for her at the prejudging. And then, he's got his own men's physique pro that's an Olympian. So he's got to do that. I mean, you got to give kudos. He's also a great freaking poser in men's physique. And that fact that he's doing this at a high level and he's like now a 4 or 5 time Olympian in men's physique, you gotta I give him all the props for that. But man, I'm excited to see this. This is gonna be a really exciting show. I mean, they have also classic, Logan Franklin's obviously the biggest talk of the town, and then men's physique. They also have the Ricardo Senad and Andre going for it. So this is probably gonna be the show of the week. Obviously, the main traction for this whole week and the whole thing that's talked about in all of bodybuilding is Italy's open men's. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how this goes. All right, that's all I have for today. Tell me who you guys think is going to win. And if you guys like the video, comment, subscribe, let me know how you think. And I'll see you next week. I do have another interview. I do have more Q&A, so keep those questions rolling. I enjoy doing it. And see you guys next week.